Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching. Thank you for being here. My name is Holly. I'm a psychic medium. Welcome to this community. There are wonderful, lovely people, and I certainly hope that this community continues to be a community. I really do. It's so wonderful when I see people responding or liking other people's comments. It's heartwarming. We all need, and this is a message I'm hearing, we all need to find our place. We all need to have a place. We all need to have a sense of belonging to something. Even the most isolated and reclusive has a connection to something, a favorite mug, a connection to their isolation even. It is, but we all have something within us. That's coming up. All right, that's coming up for a reason. All right, well, anyway, let me get back to the logistics or just the basics. If so inclined, please subscribe and like the video and the channel. I would appreciate it. And if not, then absolutely, that is your right. We all have free will. This is a general reading, and I'm going to get into it because the energy is so, yeah, I'm saying ramped up. And I seem to say that a lot here lately. This year feels like a pivotal year for making big, life-changing decisions, big, overarching structures being created in our personal lives, professional lives, even in the world outside of us that will affect us. There's so much going on. And today, I'm feeling a lot of intensity. A lot of intensity. So I pulled some cards to start because I've got that like frenzied, breathless feeling, like I can feel energy crackling around me. And it doesn't feel bad. It just feels like change. It just feels, it's almost an excitable feeling. Now, I know this won't be for everyone because I'm getting two different, and so here's the weird part of it, okay? Oh, and I brought my roses mug out today, my big enormous one, because I need a lot of coffee today. And I'm sorry, my little light is reflecting in my glasses, but woo, I need my glasses today. So I feel like having roses around, and roses are often a symbol and a sign for me, as I've been shown, of protection, of not just protection, but releasing and removing falsehoods. It shows the true emotion and true face of situations and people around us. So I feel pretty good about where I am and what's going on. So I feel like it's, I always ask, is this for me? Is this for someone else? And so, I mean, this was my mug with my coffee that I'm putting into my body. So usually my mugs are very personal, but they do have some kind of connection to the greater populace when in these general readings, okay? And it doesn't matter if there's one person watching or a gazillion, and I know that's a made-up word. It feels like a day to listen. This has come up before. It's like there are action days and there are days to listen. And today, so today is actually going to be a combination. At some point, wait, watch, listen, and almost like go within a little bit of hibernation mode, like just pull back and observe for a minute and really go into self-preservation protection mode, not because of something bad happening, but just because you're reserved, you're filling up your tank of reserve energy, because we're getting ready to go straight on into action mode really fast. I think next week should be a really busy and interesting week. So I pulled a few cards, and not only the Hermit type going into isolation mode, but it also is that excitable feeling right before you leave to go somewhere or go on an interview or go on an interview. Again, I'm working on enunciating clearly. going on an interview or going on a trip or move or signing a document to do something new. It just feels like that energy is underlying some of this. So we've got two different things going on. I feel like the second one you don't have to do anything about it. It's going to show up on your doorstep. You don't have to do anything about it. All right, so I guess this is the psychic part of the read today, straight on. Sit back, preserve and get your reserve tank full of energy. Do what you need to do. Get all your ducks in a row. If you need to get something cleaned up, cleaned out. If you need to get yourself ready, whatever it is you need to do, do it. If you need to go to the grocery store and get things ready, just get lined up, okay? And then very soon, it's just going to be bam, okay, action, go time. I hate that phrase, go time, but it makes sense. Hit the ground running kind of thing, okay? And it's going to be, someone's getting an offer. Someone's going to get an offer of something. And it means go, 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 go. So just be ready. Someone is relocating. Someone is getting a different job. Or someone's having one of those epiphanal moments of who they are, what they want, and what they will no longer accept. Or what they do want. There's an element of surprise and shock in this. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there because they're saying that's enough. Not telling you anymore. At least about that. So I pulled some cards ahead of time because I was like, I felt energetically all over the place. And last night I felt the need to go digging around in some drawers and pull out some older decks I haven't used in a while. And so the Colette Baron Reed Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. I haven't used these in forever. So a little exaggeration there. Forever. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so the Wisdom of Oracle. And the one that came out when I started asking, help me to understand this energy and what is happening for the collective. It's card number 3, and it is the King. Notice the King has a guard, someone standing guard, and a sword in his hand, and of course the big chair, the big throne. It says man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law and justice. So perhaps you're waiting for justice to be played out. Perhaps, I don't need to go into all that. You heard what I said. You can read the card. But there is a distinct, and again, all cards are about the energies in them. It's not necessarily a man, a woman, or whatever. Those are just not the days and the years we're living in. So it's all about the energy of the card. So I have a very dominant energy at times, and I'm just a goofball feminine sometimes, and sometimes it's like, I got to get stuff done. So I step into my masculine energy, which can be, kind of intense. I've learned to scale back a little bit. The older I get, it's like, does it really matter? Is it worth the fight? No. So that was a little digression. I guess that's important. We all carry qualities of both masculine and feminine. It's when we need them and what we need them for. Okay, so there's a masculine energy, a dominant energy, and I just heard it's coming toward you. You just need to be you. Have a cup of coffee with me, sit and relax. This assertive, this is not an aggressive war king. He's just on the ready. That's important to know. He is just prepared. So this king is this assertive energy. I feel like it's coming toward you. And maybe that's why I was feeling the strange, I'm hearing dichotomy, but it's a strange sense of both sides of this. It's like I feel like I can see myself walking on the yellow line down a road, and I'm like, well, but this says be a hermit, and this says be prepared and ready, and da da da. in action mode. And so basically, I think this is where the collective is on the sit back, wait, watch, listen. Just know where you are and who's around you. It doesn't mean a bad way. It could be a good way, just but you know what's going on. And you are calm and centered. So you act rather than react. Whereas this energy coming in, full on prepared king. But this is a good king, okay? This is not like creepy, scary king. Okay? Someone's going to get some information to help them make a decision about a relationship too. Okay. And then I went to the Spirit of Animals Oracle, and I asked for a card for the collective for clarification and what will be the ally that would help us through this to understand it for the collective. And I got Frog. Listen, never underestimate the smaller creatures and the smaller beings, whether it's ant or spider or dragonfly or hummingbird or frog. They are potent and they are powerful. Okay. Also, they're just showing me the frog that has like, I don't know if this is all urban legend or not, but it has like psychedelic, something in the oils in the skin have some kind of psychedelic qualities about them. Whether that's true or not, I'm hearing that's a message. So that's interesting. That also pertains to frog in that someone needs to step out of a safe mode in terms of a way of thinking. Things are not black and white in this world. There are so many shades of gray. We don't even know how many shades of gray actually exist in this world. There are so many. So I mean, there are some things that we personally hold as a very strong yes or no, but there's a lot of maybes in between, you know. But don't be afraid to let, this could be a spiritual practice too, where someone is saying, you know, it's time for me to expand my horizons. All right. And I'm not advocating taking any illegal substances. I do not personally subscribe at all to the theory that you can attain higher spirituality if you basically take drugs. No. All it does is cloud you, and I believe it allows you to be open for, and you can disagree, that's fine, but please don't write to me about it, because this is one of my areas that I know there's shades of gray around it for other people, but in my life, I'm like, no, it's hard no. So I know there are many, many people who have had wonderful experiences, like especially with something like ayahuasca or whatever, but that's just not my thing. No. I want to stay very clear-headed, because also when you work with spirit activity, you want to make sure you keep a clear head. Otherwise, that's when things can slide in and slip in. And if you're not completely cognizant of what you're doing, it can be bad. All right, that's my little aside. All right, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table. That's what I'm feeling. Opportunities are close at hand. That's a perfect line for this. The question is whether you're going to say, I'll take that opportunity or not. If it's right for you, great. You have free will. You do what you're comfortable doing. If it's not right for you, walk away. But, there are opportunities, and they are about to become bountiful. Okay? Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune awaits you. Someone's coming in, or an energy is coming in, or a change. This could also represent change for some of you. It doesn't have to be a person. So this king energy, this assertive, dominant, woo-woo, on the ready energy could be bringing you just a new situation. And it's a pretty big one and interesting. And then for the last clarification cards for this, I pulled from Adam Barrelay's Crystal Connections deck. I just love this so much. I think it's absolutely beautiful. and two came out. The first one that I saw that was face up, Howl Light. Howl Light, interesting about the roses and the fake face and the frogs and keep your wits about you, think clearly, because Howl Light is a beautiful stone all on its own. I think it's gorgeous. It's that bright white with a dark matrix through it, and it's very often dyed and sold as turquoise. It's not even close. They're not even related, other than they both are in the ground. But their chemical composition is nowhere close to the same. So be very careful when you get something that says turquoise color, turquoise like. It might very well be Howl Light that's been dyed. And Howl Light is dyed many colors because it's naturally white with this kind of gray and black matrix. Again, the black and the white. Well, all this is coming together in an interesting way. Howl Light, in my mind, and let me see what he's got. Tonight, my sweet dreams will bring me guidance and answers. Okay, good. That's what's on the back of the card. But Howl Light, for me, has always been a stone of comfort. It's like wrapping up in a blanket. It brings you joy. It brings you happiness. It brings you this sense of you can explore because you've got a safety net under you. You get the answers you need about situations and things. That's been my experience with Howl Light. It is a vastly underrated stone, and I wish they would quit dyeing it, the manufacturers of trying to make a bigger buck claiming it's turquoise. I love Howl Light just as it is. It's beautiful. So bring a little joy into your light. And it doesn't take much. You can get for $2 at a stone shop, a little small piece, the size of like a nickel or a quarter of Howl Light. And just carry it and hold it. Find your peace. Okay, find your peace. P-I-E-C-E and P-E-A-C-E. All right, and then the one that was underneath it, just kind of barely there, I could barely see it, is chiastolite. And I think I'm saying that the right way. This is a stone that naturally occurs with either, you could say, a cross, directional, an X, or X marks the spot. A lot of people will use this as like people who do any kind of indigenous work, and that means of any culture with circles are important for every culture. Every ancient culture has some notion of sun rising, sun setting, directions, and all of that. So those two intersecting lines that are perfect naturally occur in this stone. It feels to me almost like the same as Howl Light, very protective, but in a shield kind of way, like if you're holding your shield. Okay? It is a sign of love and connection. What does he say? I work with the changes in peaceful, harmonious, and beneficial ways. Become the victor, not the victim of change. Ooh, ooh. Become the victor, not the victim of change. Thank you, Adam Barley. Take action and make decisions so that you benefit from the current shifts. Let go of the old in order to invite the new in. And that is exactly it. Okay. All right. These were wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, creators of the card decks. Thank you, messages within the cards. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're not finished yet because we got more to do. But I needed a drink. All right, my coffee. So, all right. I feel like I was just talking really fast, blah, 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 and getting stuff out. So, I feel excited. I'm sorry, that was way too close up. Do you all ever do this, ladies, women, anybody? It doesn't matter because I know guys do it too. And I know most of us are older here. Do you ever look in the mirror and go, before, after, before, after? Is what it is. Age is a gift that not a lot of people get. All right, so, but man, some mornings I'm a little tired and feeling more my age than others. All right. Okay, what am I doing? I was reaching for this, but yeah, go ahead and do this one. I need to show you all this. This is a really unusual deck. I've had this one for quite a while too. And it's we're going to do two different things here. We're going to read for a quick, because it's already 20 minutes in. So we're going to do a quick read for the contingency in the collective that is on the need to kind of pull back, watch, wait for this change to come to you. And that's going to be this deck, because this deck always reminds me of, even if it's a springtime image, it feels like the fall. It feels like hearth and home. It just is a good feel. It has a good feel to it. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Huge book, but the cards are not huge. And you read them in a little different way because they're tarot, but they have different names for things. And they have owls, so it doesn't matter. If you read reversals, you can't tell which is which. And it's like they have visions. They have the major arcana and the minor arcana, and they have like keeper of spells, that's fire, so I guess that's wands. And then they have the four of boons, like having a boon of whatever, so prosperity, food, whatever. So then that would be like pentacles or coins. And then keeper of visions would be water, I believe. So anyway, these are really cool. All right, so they have a different feel than any other deck I've really used. Easy to shuffle, a good size. All right, I know this isn't an unboxing, so let me just get in here. All right. This is a deck I highly suggest you use. Read the book if you want, but, for the most part, trust your intuition when you see it, because it's going to have personal resonance for you, particularly people who are connected to the outdoors and elemental energy. And there's a lot of animal representation in here too. Okay. What do we need to know? What does the collective need to know? Spirit, help me to understand what to say. Give me the information that I need to pass along, that you want me to say. For the segment of the collective that needs to build up their energies, sit back, watch, and be patient. What does the collective need to know? Look at it, but it's not going to be part of it, is the message. Okay, so this is just confirming. This is for that part of the collective. This is a major arcana card, and it's the Hermit. And that's what I'm asking for. So I think they're saying this is not part of the reading, but just take it as confirmation. Isn't that a sweet card? Isn't that just the sweetest card? All cozy, and it looks like the hollow of a tree in there. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, they're so sweet. I love Spirit. They're like, we've got you. It's okay. All right. So what is the message for the Hermit portion of the collective? All right. That's big. It's face down, so I don't know. What is the message for the collective that is in Hermit mode? Okay, let's see. Or needs to preserve and conserve their energy. Okay. This one kept jutting out. So I feel like this is going to be very specifically for someone out there, the Green Mother, which is also the Empress. Nurture yourself as you would a child. And if you have a child, spend time. Someone is sad because they're not spending enough time with a young child. And you are right. That time will go quickly. So it's okay to shift priorities. I feel like this is for a young mother, and she's freaked out about maybe even like, when you got to get to that place where maternity leave is over and you got to go back to work, and you're taking your kid to daycare for the first time, it doesn't mean you're not a good mom. It means you got to work to support and have a roof over your baby's head. You do what you got to do, but then when you get home, you're going to make it all about that child. So it's okay. Ask for help. Get your community, get the community, and there's something about there are people who want to help you that you don't know about. All right, so the card that came flying out for the Hermit Collective, the Seven of Spells or the Seven of Wands. All right, so check this out. This dragon, it almost looks like, so they came in with the lit torches in the background. You see all that? And these little gnome guys, they're like, what are you? What are you doing? You know, you're different, la, 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 la. You know, they're getting ready to storm the castle for Frankenstein kind of thing. And then they get there and it's kind of like, we don't understand. And it kind of like took the fire straight out of them. So instead of being on high alert, they've got their little wands and they're like kind of wanting to go, well, we don't understand, and kind of wanting to poke its feet. This is the read I'm getting off this card right now. And that very small dragon actually feels kind of like an adolescent. Or it's a type that does it, maybe that's as big as it gets. But it's still a dragon. It could take all of them out in one breath. But it doesn't need to, and it doesn't want to. I feel like there's a collaboration about to happen and an awareness of differences, like differences in cultures, differences in religious beliefs. There's about to be a collaboration when there was at first. They were getting ready to storm the castle. So this is more of that sit back, watch, keep an open mind, and just see what unfolds. I feel like there's going to be, when it's time for action, you will know. And when there's time for action, they're showing me that Empress card again, the Green Mother. And they're saying, take on your nurturing, be the nurturing person you know how to be. All right, let's take a look for they're really dragging me over here. This deck I have not worked with much at all. This is Alberto Vialdo. I don't know how to say his last name, Villoldo, and Colette Baron Reed. It was a joint collaboration. It's the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And I just think it's so funny. I'm not going to get on the soapbox about shamanism and how that word is thrown around all the time. And it's gotten to the point that, I use it if I talk about journeying or a journeying class or whatever, just because that's what people recognize it as. But it is, it's a valid and wonderful practice. And, I'm going to do a class, not take, but I think I'm going to teach one before too long. It will not be remote. Unfortunately, and I'm still in only the planning phases, so I have no idea. But I call it, you can just journeying, but a lot of people, I don't know, it just feels so weird. It just feels weird. That's something that people are groomed to do from childhood. And so what people do instead is, that's just a topic for another day. I need to be open-minded and not go into my hermit mode and be open-minded and not be judgmental. There we go. Take my own lesson. All right. So what is the message for the action stage? This is for the start of the action phase of whatever is coming toward the collective. So once you are presented with an offer, because it still feels like, or is this the other side entirely? Is this the action side? This is the action side. We'll do a meeting of the mind card pull in just a second. So really quickly here, what spirits, I know I haven't been clear. provide me with a card and information to read from that will show, for those in the collective who may be on the king energy or approaching energy side. You just got to get clear. All right. Oh, interesting. Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. Casting out a net to catch fish, throwing out a net to catch stars, which would be your hopes and your dreams. So for the people on the action side who are the king, who have that king energy, who are preparing to come in with something and say, this is what's going on, this is what I'm thinking, this is, with all knowing and certainty. That assertive, I have a plan, here we go. That's throwing your net out. That's not a single fishing line, okay? That is a net. So the people on the other side of it, you guys are preparing, you're covering all your bases. You are throwing and you're casting out a net to collect all of your hopes and wishes and dreams. But this has a very light, bright, and happy feeling to it. That's good. So there is something happening, and that's validation. Thank you, Spirit. That is definitely validation. There are preparations at play. There are preparations in the works. This is all very interesting. I hope I'm being clear. Ooh, almost knocked it over. I hope I'm being very clear about what's going on. It feels clear in my head. I don't know if I'm communicating that. All right, now this deck I cut down because it was really large. This is a really old one. Really old one. This one is the Angel Tarot. And this is back, as you can see, instead of just being a Radley Valentine deck, this still has, oh, so sad. She just, I don't know what happened to her, man. I'm not even going into it. But anyway. It just breaks my heart. Anyway, but to each their own. Again, I'm not being open-minded. All right. And I just don't want to say the name because I don't want to cause any controversy. All right. This is a lovely deck. And again, I haven't used these in forever. And it's the Angel Tarot, or very often people will say Tarot. I don't know. All right. This one it's got a lot of cards, and they were huge, so I did chop them down a little bit. All right. So, bringing together the two halves of this equation, what is the message? What is the message about the energy right now? What do the people in the collective on either side need to know about the energy right now? Another, keep going? All right, let's see if there's any more. Huh. Wow. Okay. This is card number 6. In numerology, that would distill down to 7. Very mystical number. All right. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Life experience, Archangel Shamuel, or Shamuel. Again, whichever. What's written on the bottom of the card? A significant life event. Wow. Oh, and I can feel like a hand on right in between my shoulder blades. I can feel that energy coming straight through. It's a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. That's what it says. Okay. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. Life experience. Okay. I was just in my head thanking Spirit for creating the synchronicities with the messages and the cards and guiding my words. This is an angelic being. This is a divine. This is a part of the divine that has never been out of divine form, never incarnated. With a hand on my back, going through my chest, and I can feel it coming up through my crown. You are divinely guided at all times. Never feel alone, because you aren't. We are only a breath, a thought, a word away. Your greatest mission in life. Your greatest mission in life is to live, to breathe, and to find peace within. The tumult and chaos has always been present, but at this time we need all of you to find your higher truth and to find your higher self and allow that to glow, grow, radiate, blossom. You cannot find what you seek without it. It will only come from within. You can transmute and change energy. You can create peace and harmony outside of yourself. Allow it to begin within you. Ask, and we will touch your heart and show you how. You are the representatives of the all that is. You are closer to the humans as one than we. You may reach out and create the change to bring back alignment, to bring all back into alignment by simply holding your thoughts in peace. It is that simple. When you wish ill on another, you harm the whole. You harm all. You create a blight with one single thought. That is the power of creation that you hold, and that is a gift of the all that is to all of you. There will be opportunities for change, and they will be coming soon. What you choose will guide the coming years of earthly life. When you hold a place and space of peace and goodness and light and mercy, grace for all, when you hold that space within yourself, that is all you need to do to make it happen without. You are the harbinger of change. You are the bringer of peace. You are the messenger of the all that is. Wow. Okay. So we have a lot of power, and we need to be careful how we wield it. You know, it's kind of like when I'll catch myself, like if I drop something and then I got to clean it up or make some, and it's like, oh, it's going to be one of those days. I just put that out there and it rippled. No, it's not going to be one of those days. It was a one-off weird event because I got clumsy. It's not a big deal. And it forced me to slow down and appreciate, to just take a deep breath and relax. Okay. Well, there's nothing else I can say. I think that's, wow. Love yourself. Come from a place of love and treat yourself with kindness and gentleness. And that is the greatest gift and legacy we can leave. I love you all so much. All right. Enjoy your day. Breathe in peace, exhale peace, and know just, my gosh, the perfection of the soul and the connection to the divine. If everyone knew what they possessed within, well, love to you all. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go have another cup of coffee. This wasn't full, mind you. Okay, my big old giant mug. All right, take care. Love to you all. And hopefully my little clicker thing will work. Bye.